I'm going to call some of you out today, and you might not like me for it, but we're going to talk about one of the most deceptively exhausting habits that high achievers have, and that's rewriting your to-do list 27 times, like it's going to do anything for you. Okay, this isn't me judging you. I would never do that. But we are going to recognize a pattern and then we're going to fix it. Okay? Because the rewriting of the to-do list is something that comes up a lot in people that I talk with, and it's not necessary. So what's really going on when you rewrite your to-do list? Well, you're getting a bit of perceived control. Your brain craves control when it feels overwhelmed, right? So rewriting your to-do list gives you an illusion of order. When you have so much going on, you're being pulled in all different directions. Yeah, the to-do list helps you remember what needs to get done and all that other kind of stuff. And it gives you a little bit of order on paper. But in real life, you're still spiraling like a tornado, right? So it's perceived control. And then, of course, it gives you a dopamine hit every time you cross something off. Or reorganizing it. How many of you do that? You're like, oh, this list looks messy and let me just turn the page over and write it again, right? You're reorganizing it, you're crossing it off. It feels super productive, but you're not actually doing anything, right? Did you write that on your list? Rewrite to-do list when I cross 5 things off? No, it doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't get you closer to your goals. It doesn't actually organize all the chaos that's going on in your life. And this is the most important one. I need you guys to hear me. It's avoidance. It's easier to rewrite the plan than to take imperfect action. We're so stuck on how we have to look, how others perceive us, that we just don't do the thing. Just do the thing. I can't tell you how many of my social media posts have spelling errors, and I reread them after I post them and I leave it because I don't care. I don't care. The message is still there. If somebody's going to read it and they can't get through it because I spelled something wrong, then don't read it. I don't care, right? It's not a part of the message, but it's part of who I am. And I take imperfect action all the time, right? Your brain is going to release dopamine in anticipation of progress, not just when your goals are achieved. Okay? So rewriting your list tricks your system into thinking you've actually made progress when you haven't. You've made progress on nothing, essentially, right? There was a time when I would rewrite my to-do list. I know, I have all the colored, I still have the markers, the crayons and everything. I was a color-coded queen, right? But if you write your to-do list 5 times in a day, right? And you have all the stickers and the pens and the color-coded nonsense, the hourly time blocks, but you're still feeling like nothing got done, well, there's a disconnect, right? Clients come to me and they think they have a productivity issue and they think they need to learn how to work more efficiently. But the real issue underneath all of it, and I know nobody wants to hear it, is a perfectionism pattern. Right? And that comes across as somebody who's great at planning, right? You have all the color-coded things, you've got the hourly time blocks, you're a great planner, and it looks fantastic. But it's really just perfectionism hiding under all of this stuff. And if you start something and it doesn't feel aligned, or you don't feel like doing it, it's not because you're lazy or I don't know, whatever the other word would be. I don't know. Starting things that don't feel aligned just means you're not moving in the right direction, right? You're probably not totally disorganized. I'm sure you can find things when you need to find them, but you have so many expectations weighing on you that it's hard for your brain to be like, oh, this is where I put this thing, or this is where this thing is, because there's all this other stuff going on inside, right? This is the part that kind of breaks down all of the other things that we have going on. And it's not fair. It's not fair to us. It's not fair to our business. It's not fair to anybody else in our lives. But we have to now, that the issue has been explained, rewriting your to-do list is underlying the perfectionism tendencies, right? The status that we have to hold up to, societal expectations or whoever's expectations that we have to hold up to, right? There's all of these things going on that are causing us to not feel in control. And that's why we rewrite the to-do list over and over and over again, right? It's that perceived control that we have. So how do we fix it? Super simple. Set a 3-day buffer, okay? I like a 3-day time frame. It's good to see how things feel. If it's working for you, if it's not working for you, it doesn't feel like too much of a commitment where you just don't do it, right? Maybe if I tell you 3 days, you'll actually start and finish. But give yourself a 3-day buffer, right? Stop trying to plan out your entire week. I know, breathe. It's okay. Give yourself a small view, 3 days. Plan 3 days, okay? We're going to use the must, the might, the move method, okay? So in those 3 days, not the entire week, what absolutely needs to happen today? So if you're watching this on a Monday, what absolutely has to happen on Monday? What needs to get done today? What would feel good, but isn't absolutely essential? And then what can be rescheduled without me feeling guilty about it, right? So a lot of times I reschedule cooking dinner because I just don't like doing it every single night. By that time of day, I'm tired, right? So I have to meal prep a lot so I can just push things off into an actual functioning meal for my family. But that's something that I move often is cooking, because if I don't plan ahead, even when I do plan ahead, like I don't want to do it all the time. And I enjoy cooking. It's just at the end of the day, I'm done. I don't want to do anything else anymore. So every single day, what has to happen today? Number one, what has to happen today? In terms of what? In terms of your goals, in terms of your values. What are you working towards, right? Do you want to be a better mom? Cool. What needs to happen today in order for you to be a better mom? For real, for real. Like, why do you want to be a better mom? Is it so that your kids remember you and they feel connected to you? Great. How do we build that so our kids feel more connected to us? What's that absolute must need get done today? And then for our business, what's your goal right now? Is it make more money? Is it grow your audience? Is it finish an ebook? What is it? What absolutely has to happen today in order for you to get closer to that goal? Okay, I have a friend who's doing, she's writes books, and she's writing 1,000 words a day. Absolutely has to get done in order for her to hit her goal, right? That's one of the things. You got 3 to 5 of those things, and you're moving towards your goals pretty freaking quick. Must get done. No more than 3 to 5 in the must section, okay? Really, really hone in on that. Because if you're like, oh, I must do this, and I must post to social media, and then I must, sweep the floor and do the laundry, slow down. Is sweeping the floor and doing the laundry getting you closer to your goals? No. It's a might, right? It feels good, but it's not super essential. Unless your house is a disaster, then yeah, sweep the floors. But somebody else could do that. Give your kids a broom. They can figure it out. Give them a vacuum. The first time I gave my older boys, we told them to go outside and rake the leaves. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, you get the blisters with the rakes and it's exhausting. We have a leaf blower. Do you know how they fought over doing the leaves outside? And then we bought this really cool thing where you put the leaves in and it like chops them up and automatically puts them in the bag. They loved doing it. It was fun for them to manhandle the leaf blower. And my one son actually asked me, can you teach me how to use the weed whacker? Heck yeah, because I made it fun. I no longer had to do the job, right? It felt great, but it wasn't essential for me. And now it's a must for them, right? So start thinking outside of the box a little bit on things like that. If you say you absolutely have to post to social media, but you've never gotten a client from social media and your goal is to get more clients, you don't have to post to social media. That's not an absolute need, right? How do you get your clients? Talking to people, having connections with people. Sure, post every now and again, so that way people see you and you're top of mind and all this other stuff. unless your goals are different, right? But if your goal is to get a client, you've never gotten a client from a post, maybe posting isn't something that you need to do today, right? Think, sit down and think. No electronics, no music, no silence, just you and your brain and a question, right? What needs to happen today and why? And figure it out, right? Ask your question. And then when it's like, oh, I have to post to social media. Why do I have to post to social media? My goal is this. Has social media ever done that for me? No. Okay, next. What has done that for me? Ask yourself questions. Work through the process, right? And then whatever can be rescheduled or gotten rid of without you feeling super guilty about it, then do that. Reschedule it. Get rid of it. Take care of you and your business first and foremost, okay? I need you guys to think when it comes to saying yes to things you don't want to say yes to, right? How much actually belongs to you, right? What are you doing to feel needed, liked, or productive? Is it for you? Is it for other people? Is it so somebody else thinks differently of you? Or is it so you are becoming the person that you want to be? Are you thinking differently? Are you behaving how you want to be? All right, I want you to pick one time a day to update or reorient your list, but don't touch it again after that. One time. So if you write your list at night, right, and you look at it in the morning and at noon, you want to update it or reorient it. I'm not going to call it rewriting. I'm going to call it reorienting. Then go ahead and do it at noon, but don't do it every time you cross something off, okay? Because rewriting your to-do list is not the problem. It's what you're avoiding doing underneath that matters, right? Your worth isn't measured by how well you organize all the chaos that's going on around you, right? We have to be honest about where our energy is going. We have to honor our energy and what we're putting it into, okay? So give it a try. The must, might, move, right? What needs to get done? What kind of needs to get done? And what am I getting rid of? And then send me a message. Comment below, send me a message, hit me up on Instagram, and let me know what your experience was, because I would really like to know how things went for you for those 3 days, okay?